Thank you. Our big story this morning, Hurricane Helene. Dozens of linemen and women are mobilizing in Florida ahead of the storm making landfall in the Sunshine State. This is part of the Mutual Assistance Program. Linemen from Florida came here to help us after Hurricane Beryl, and so now it's Texas's turn to help our neighbors to the east. Justin?
All right, thank you very much, Zach. Let's talk about what's happening here. This is Storm Tracker 2 Live Radar, and I'll show you this because we're now finally starting to get the eye right here. We're picking it up on the radar, and not only that, but look at some of these rain bands that are starting to rip their way across central parts of Florida, so between Tampa and Orlando, Kissimmee as well, and then all this heavy rain that's just drenching its way up the eastern seaboard. So major player. Here's the visual satellite. This is the floater. This is the one that zeroes in one specific area, and because we're just getting into sunrise here, there's the eye right at the center of that storm. It'll give you an indication that some of those outer bands, and we're really seeing some pretty nasty convection here starting to push its way. And again, all the water that's going to start pressing against the coastline here over the next 12 hours is going to be catastrophic in many locations. Meanwhile, for us, look at all the dry air that's on the backside of this system. Our front is actually located right here between the tip of Louisiana all the way over into parts of central Alabama. And so everything is all going to be concentrated on the eastern half of the Gulf. This is what we're talking about. Some of these wave heights here, anywhere from 16 to 23 feet. The center of the storm, it's well over 30. A lot of these buoys may get knocked out too. We may lose them for a bit as they get tossed around in the storm. Here's the latest advisory. It has been upgraded to a Category 2 hurricane. 100-mile-an-hour winds now with a 960 in terms of the millibar. So the pressure continues to drop as the storm continues to strengthen. Both of those work together. So we could be looking at least at a Category 3, if not 4, 120-mile-an-hour winds, maybe closer to 130 when it makes landfall this evening, and then still possibly as either a Category 1 or a very strong tropical storm moving into central northern Georgia. So that's why I said, when Zach and I were talking about this earlier, no reason to believe we're not going to see widespread power outages across much of Georgia, even into the Carolinas. Could be some decent flash flooding potential here across a good chunk of, let's say, western parts of North Carolina, eastern Tennessee. There's very mountainous. It's beautiful up there in the Appalachians, but it doesn't take more than a few inches of rain to really do some trouble. And then, of course, those hurricane warnings that extend all the way into central parts of Georgia, and then the hurricane watches that are well inland as well. This is the other part, too, that they were talking about, that storm surge potential. All of this purple here from Tallahassee, from Apalachicola, the Appalachia Bay, on down towards Cedar Key, upwards of 10 to 15, 15 to 20 feet. That's probably double what we're standing here in the studio. And there's just no way that people are going to be able to survive in that type of a storm surge. So hopefully they get out. Even down towards Tampa, they could be talking upwards of 4 to 5, 6 feet. So this is going to be widespread damage across a good chunk of the area. Meanwhile, as the storm makes landfall later on this evening, continuing to bring in heavy wind and rain across much of the Tennessee Valley, gets caught up with an upper level low and basically just sits out there across the Midwest, keeping a lot of cloud cover and some pretty heavy rainfall potential over the next 3 to 4 days as that moves in.